Hi, I'm Billy Old School. I'm from Guelph, Ontario, and I play guitar in the Dominion and Scream Bloody Murder. Okay, so who were my influences personally and musically? I'm gonna say personally, a lot of my influences were my friends growing up. Grew up in a very diverse neighborhood in the housing units here on Willow Road in Guelph. And, you know, we had a big circle of friends, and there was a lot of us kids, and we were just in trouble all the time. And, as we started to grow older, some of us grew out of trouble, and some of us grew into more trouble. I grew into more trouble, but, seeing some of my friends settling down is, it influenced me, and it inspired me to, like, okay, Billy, it's time to stop and grow up and, do the family thing and get it together now. So definitely I'm going to credit my friends, from my childhood as my biggest influences. Musically, that's even a tougher question because I'm so eclectic in my music and I have so many different influences from here and there. I used to roller skate and break dance, so I think of dudes like Stephen Duffy and Grandmaster Flash and Herbie Hancock and all those guys. They were big influence in my life when I was doing head spins and windmills on the backyard on a piece of linoleum. Then as things happened, roller ollies closed down, and so you lose one outlet. Skateboarding came around the same time, so that was perfect for me because I couldn't roller skate anymore, so we started skateboarding. But with skateboarding came a lot of angst because back in the day, in the early 80s especially, skateboarding was like the plague, man. They hated skateboarders so bad back then. You were getting arrested, you were getting charged, there's no skating signs everywhere, man. They were just hating us. So, music from early Metallica and early thrash metal days was really become a part of my life. And then one day, I was skating with a buddy downtown Guelph in front of the Eaton Center, and he had that Sony cassette Walkman. And look what you listening to, and he put it on, and it's enough with the system from the Forgotten Rebels, and I just fucking loved it. I was just like, wow, I haven't heard tones like that before, and the beat was good, and I liked it. So we went back to his place. We spent the afternoon getting stoned as fuck and listening to GBH and to Exploit, and he had a bag of fucking tapes I'd never heard before in my life, man, and one after another, and I was just, are you kidding me? There's this whole world of music out there that I didn't even extend. And not only that, but it relates to my inner emotion and my feelings. They're just screaming and they're yelling and they're fucking pissed off, and and that was me right there and then. So it was the next day I got my hair cut into a mohawk, and my dad fucking ripped it out strand by strand in the mirror with his own hands. Yeah, he didn't fucking like that one bit. My dad's never liked my music, but that's alright. And then I have a big East Coast influence in my music as well. Like, I did get punished and sent to Newfoundland for 5 years to grow up in my late teens. Newfoundland's a great place. It's just very different. It definitely wasn't for a kid like me, regardless. So I thought every year of it was a punishment. But I did enjoy the music. The traditional Irish music is a big part of my influence today. So yeah, that's about it for my musical influences and personal influences. Okay, so what got me into punk, metal, and hardcore? Well, as I said earlier, skateboarding it was a big influence to me into becoming a punk rocker. But I guess there's other personal issues that are involved in that as well. I've always kind of been a different goat in the field, the black sheep everywhere I went, and never fit in. I was always a small kid too, man. I was 2'2", fucking 40 pounds, running around with a little firecracker because I'd explode at any point in time. And I just had a lot of problems. I'm severely ADHD, and back in the 70s, that wasn't considered an ailment. I was just a bad child. Billy's just a little bastard, so it was kind of rough for me to gather all of that and keep it together and think that I'm just going to grow up and be like the normal people and listen to your pop 40 shit, because it's not going to happen. Just didn't fill me. Music was a big part of my life. It was the only thing I had. Put me to sleep at night, and the fucking shit that they were playing on the radios just wasn't relating to me one bit. And then I started hearing some screaming and some yelling and some really hard, dirty guitar, and I could relate to that on a personal level too. I almost got a tear in my eye when I'm thinking back then. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't hear it
though. Yeah. It was fucking, it was rough days, man.
It's like memories, dude.
Yeah, and you don't even actually have to edit it out because it's from the heart, and I mean it. And they were rough days. And punk rock got me through a lot of them. You know,
Almost does.
and not just the punk rock, dude. It was the punk scene, the punk crowd.
Yeah.
You know, it was the
Set the
fact that I
family.
could look around the bus station in Hamilton waiting to catch the ride to Toronto, and I could see fucking 16 other kids sitting in the same fucking boots as me.
It's not a family.
You know, it was a family. You know, it's always been that, and so I was attracted to that too. So, hardcore again, it wasn't hard to get into that or the metal stuff either because it's just a lot of fucking dirty guitar and screaming, and that's what I'm all about. But yeah, so that answers that one. Okay, who was my first concert that I attended? Well, my first concert was The Cure, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me tour, and I seen them at the old Blue Jay Stadium. I can't remember what it was called, man, but
I'm trying to think of it.
something, yeah, whatever. But anyways, this is at the old Blue Jays ball field before they built the Sky Dome, and I was dating a backcaver back in the day, and she was a big fan of them, so that's why I went with her. Backcaver equals goth, that's what we used to call them back in the 80s. So yeah, that was my first concert that I ever attended. Then, like I said, I grew up, did the family thing, so concerts were kind of a non-thing for me for quite some time, till the divorce, and I was out in Vancouver. Then I seen a band called Captured by Robots in the Piccadilly pub there, and that was probably been my first punk show that I had attended since then, so yeah. Okay, so some of my favorite shows. Without a doubt, my most favorite show I've ever seen again is going to be this Captured by Robots dude. Dude was fucking sick, man. He come up, he was in a collar, he had all these robots on stage with instruments, even the fucking drummer was a robot, and it's all pneumatic, man, done by a computer program or whatever. And this was like in the early 90s, man, and I was fucking blown away. Phenomenal. Just, yeah, Captured by Robots. Definitely check him out. And he's talented too. I mean, the music was good. It was good. It was really good. So, definitely my all-time favorite show. And then next that I'm going to say, without doubt, and this is not a shameless plug here, but I'm going to say Gas Money shows here in Guelph. There's always great bands coming out to those shows, man, especially Ontario-based bands, Gag Order, Prior Conviction, Stand Against Fear. I mean, all these bands have been coming out to Gas Money shows since it started, and they're always great shows. Never a bad time, never a bad word. You know, always a fun time. So those are probably my favorite shows. Also, another shows I like are the Kill Room shows. Definitely, as a band member, musician who played there with the Dominion, and those shows are always good. Again, always great bands, and it's a great crowd, and I fucking love the Kill Room playing there too. So those are my favorite shows. Okay, what is the craziest thing that has ever happened to me at a show? Okay, well, it's, you know, I'm pretty fucking boring, so not a lot of crazy shit fucking happens around me, but I'm going to say the craziest thing that has happened to me at a show was one time this guy had grabbed my ass, and it's not crazy because it was like a guy grabbing a guy's ass, like I really don't care about that, you know. But I'm ugly as fuck, and girls don't even fucking touch my ass. And I'm thinking, here's this guy grabbing my ass, what's wrong with him? You know? I just thought it was really crazy. This guy thought I was hot. So it was like, yeah, that's probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, man. Sorry. Okay, so a rundown of my past and current bands. Well, I did play snare drum in the Royal Canadian Cadet Band from Bell Island. Fucking rights I did, man. And then, I don't know, there's not really a lot of band history in my life per se. I did play, jam along with a lot of buddies growing up, like when I started playing guitar and drums and shit, so that was kind of fun. But then bands didn't really come around to me till like late 90s. You know, played in a band, cover band called Smoke Hog. And that band's just a whole nother fucking chapter, period, man. Late 90s and drugs is all you need to know about that. And so, again, then divorce, so it's no bands for a little bit. Then came back, then we started Smoking Roaches, which was like, I don't know, it was like a punky grunge type thing, man. Just, you know, it was like soft and then hard and soft and then hard. It was like, that was the format for the day, and we did that. Then started another cover band called Fisted Misses, and That's where the name Tickle Fister comes from, because we were all Fisters, last name, right? And so, yeah, and the nickname Tickle, obviously, so Tickle Fister. I know it's a fucking oxymoron, but whatever. What are you gonna do? And then after that, it was just chill time, and then fucking one day I seen an ad in the KWC Musicians Wanted. It was wanted for a punk band, and it was guitar player, and it was for Scream Bloody Murder. And I said, hey, I'll fucking come play guitar for you guys. And sure enough, I went out to jam, and we hit it off instantly, and I became a member of that band. Unfortunately, through circumstances, I lost my ride. I had to quit that band because I couldn't keep my commitment to them. Got a new truck, I joined the Dominion, woot woot, and then I decided it's time to get back to Scream Bloody Murder, and I messaged the boys, and they were down for it, so woot woot, Scream Bloody Murder's back on the road again too. That's for all my juggalos and juggalettes, whoop whoop, fuck this shit. What do I like most about being a musician, and what do I dislike most about being a musician? This is an easy question for me. What I like most about being a musician is, the people and the personalities that I've met through music. If it wasn't through music, I wouldn't have never met my bandmates, who in my eyes are the greatest people on the planet. They're my family and they're my brothers. If you look in our group chats, you think we're lovers, for Christ's sakes. I mean, we just have this bond. There's a gel and a chemistry that, you just don't walk down the street and pick out, oh, I gel with this guy. You just don't do that. So being a musician has enabled me to come into these circles, find these personalities that fit so well with mine, that we can get out there and create the music that we're doing right now. The thing I hate most about being a musician is I have to pay for my fucking instruments, man. I hate this shit. I hate paying for guitar strings. I hate paying for picks. I hate paying for, it's a money racket. It's very expensive, and I hate how they overprice the tools of art, And it really suppresses a lot of talent because, people can't afford to get their tools that they need to get out there. How much have we never heard so far that's out there written in heads, but dude don't got the $1,200 for a guitar and the $16,000 for a recording, and the fucking, it's just so fucking expensive. And that's the thing I hate most about music is the commerciality of it. The dollar signs written all over the fucking place. Okay, so my favorite food, well, this is a fucking easy one. I'm thinking you, me, a couple of chili cheesy burritos, some Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell all day. Fucking hard taco supremes, man, lit up, and some fried supreme lit up. Give me some of the cheesy chili burritos and a fucking large root beer all damn day. Taco Bell, hands down. What are you gonna do? My useless talent. Again, it's fucking easy, bro. It's gotta be my belly twerking. Man, check this out. I'm gonna twerk over here. I'm gonna twerk over there. Dude, look at this. Bigger twerk. Twerk. Bet your mama can't do that. You got Steve twerking now. Would like to thank Steve from Stronger Than Ever Video Productions for this opportunity to introduce myself and to tell you what I'm about. Hope to catch you around the scene. Billy Old School, out.